it's loading. Give me a second. All right, Chair, we are now live.
All right. This calls to order the Monday, September 26, 2022 Planning Commission meeting. First item of business is approval of minutes held from August 29th, 2022. Are there any comments or discussion?
I would just like to comment that I was marked late, but I remember waiting outside in the hallway for about 10 minutes before the meeting started, so I don't know how that happened.
Mr. Deacon, I believe
yes.
that was a cut and paste from the prior meeting. I will update that, yes.
Any other comments?
I'd make a motion we approve the minutes with that modification.
Second.
All's in favor?
Aye.
All right, it's approved. Does everyone have their mics on? It's quiet. Okay. Next item of business is item 2, old business. There is none. Moving on, item 3, new business. Item A, site plan for exception request for the fence requirements at 6142 El Monte Street, Fairway, Kansas, as submitted by Derek and Katie Lindbergh, property owners. Basil, will you please provide the staff report?
Yes, we do have a staff report, and the applicant is seeking an exception for the encroaching into the minimum side setback. The background, the house was built and completed in 2020, and in the background, there was a lot of verbiage that we put in that background, but they are just seeking the exception. Originally, it was going to go to BZA, but with the code change, the applicant opted to come to PC for the exception.
And can you refresh me on, I know we discussed this a couple months ago, we updated the code. I thought we changed the distance requirement.
We did not. It was discussed multiple
Okay.
times. What was changed was allowing legal non-conforming along Shawnee Mission Parkway to go back where they were, but this part did not change.
Okay, that's what I was confused on. Thank you.
So staff does recommend approval.
Okay, is there any questions for staff?
So is it basically they're going to put their new fence in 15 feet back from the back of the curb, and the code requires it to be back where the original fence was? Is that?
No?
No.
Oh.
No, it's okay. No, the code requires it to be 3 times 12 foot from the property line.
So your property line is about 10 to 12 foot back from the curb, and the code says you, on a corner lot, you got to put that fence another 12 foot from the property line, which would make it about potentially 24 feet from the curb.
So the property line's measured from the curb in this instance?
Yes.
For
So
a
there's
fence,
10
yeah.
feet of property they don't own that they're mowing? Is that correct?
Well, that's true, every home.
Public easement.
If you look at the property lines, you have the right of way. Yes, the homeowner maintains the right of way by mowing and weeding, but so all your front lots, for those of you that have neighbors on both sides, your front lot has 10 to 12 feet that really is not yours. You mow it and maintain it, and you have use in it. On a corner lot with that setback requirement, they are losing, in addition to the right-of-way, another 12 foot of their property for fencing it in.
Okay.
So this site plan right here, when this home was built, you'll see the dotted line is where they could put the privacy fence.
That's the 12 foot back from the.
Yeah, and so this is where the homeowner, he's drawn a line where he's putting it. This is what existed before. The chain link, and that fence right there is about 15 foot from the curb.
So it's about, the fence, the way it's constructed is like 13.75 at the front, and at the back property is about 16 feet right now.
So it angles
So it's
along.
an angle, it's really not 15 feet
So
all the way.
it's in a similar location as to what this old chain link fence was, though.
Yeah,
That is
but
correct.
that chain links is legal non-conforming.
Yeah.
But this chain link has been replaced, and there's a new fence there currently.
That's right.
Right, okay. And it's in the same spot as the chain link was.
Yes.
And so we're just approving that. They're not going to build a new fence at this,
You're approving the fence they built.
okay.
So a quick history, the new home was built, it was finalized out, the fence wasn't installed. COVID hit, we weren't in the office and stuff. We had a new resident come and say, I want to do a fence on the corner lot. We told them where they could put it. They said, well, how'd that other new home get a fence? They went through the BZA process and were granted essentially what this applicant is asking for. I reached out to Mr. Lindbergh and said, hey, I see you have a fence there. There was some, through the course of a project, dragging out a year, COVID happening and everything, lack of communication. And so the fence got built in the old fence location. So we are simply now going through the process of trying to get it on the record that it was approved with an exception, and he will still have to pay the permit fee.
Double,
Actually, it's triple now.
triple? Should we take this issue up again at some other time because this to me seems like it's plenty far back. I mean, as opposed to Shawnee Mission Parkway where there's walks and the fences were ending up being right behind the walk. Anyway, no.
If the planning commission, yes, I mean, staff would be supportive of that, but that's for the planning commission to decide. If it really was more the Shawnee Mission Parkway Mission Road that your concerns were, but we've had 2 or 3 go through BZA that were granted variances. We are now that we've changed the language, PC will have the ability to grant exceptions, so it's whatever the commission would like to do.
Maybe we wait until we see how many we get. I don't know.
Well, last year, I think we had 3 or 4 that went through. A couple of new houses, and they had to seek that exception from BZA.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be good for us to take a shot at it and make sure we agree too, because there may be a few we don't agree with. I don't know. Any other questions for staff? So I'm not opposed to letting the homeowner speak if someone wants to hear them speak, but I did drive by it today and I think it looks nice where it's at. It seems very far back from the street, so I would be in favor of allowing this without adding more conversation to the meeting, but it's up to you guys.
I agree. I mean, I think the reason for the double setback is to preserve any site easement, and since there isn't any site easement issues here, I don't see any reason why we wouldn't approve this.
I'm good with this.
I agree.
Unless the homeowner feels like he's got a lot of effort into this and wants to give us his side of the story, but
If you guys approve, I'm overjoyed and I don't need it.
all right. That's what we want to have.
Quit while you're
Happy
ahead, yeah.
resident. Well, I'd make a motion that we approve this request at 6142 Elmont with the fence exception at the current location.
Second.
All's in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, motion passes. Thank you.
I didn't want you to feel like you didn't get your moment in court here.
I will claim tomorrow about settling that one.
Okay, sounds good. All right, have a good night, guys.
Next item of business is item 4, set next meeting date for October 24th, 2022. Note that that's a week earlier than the last Monday of the month because Kim was nice enough to schedule that around Halloween. So,
As it worked out, I'm obligated that night too, so. Only instead of little kids, it'll be an elderly person, so. I would add that we have 5 applications. Now, it will be on the 24th, a full meeting.
Okay.
Basil and I are going to get started tomorrow with the packet.
It's also my birthday, so I expect presents. Yes.
You get five packets to review.
Offerings of appreciation.
So are they complicated things, or are they new houses that conform?
No,
Or
mainly new houses.
so the interest rates aren't slowing Fairway people down?
Doesn't seem like it.
No.
All right, last item of business is a motion to adjourn.
I would move we adjourn the meeting.
Second?
All's in favor?
Aye.
All right, meeting adjourned.